What's up, DH crew? It's your man's DHR2. Welcome back to my channel. And for this review, my very first positive review of the premiere episode of Raw of 2019. There you go. So I was just watching this episode from beginning to end, and it had a very, very strong opening with Brock Lesnar. No, 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 no. The opening was, I felt like a kid again. Just watching Raw when the openings used to come on and the pyros you used to just pop out right before the show starts, and that right there is what was missing since forever. And I was glad that they were able to bring him back in this premiere episode of Monday Night Raw. So we kicked things off with Rey Mysterio coming out. He was about to retire, you know, but somehow his son was able to talk his father out of retirement just to face Seth Rollins for the Universal title, you know. But before Rey Mysterio was going to do that, Brock Lesnar comes out, does nothing but F5s Rey Mysterio, not once, not twice, but as soon as Brock Lesnar finishes handling Rey Mysterio, Brock puts his hands on Rey Mysterio's son from the crowd, and he F5s him um, on the ring post. Then he brings his son to the ring where his father at. He F5s his son not once, but he did it to Ray and his son. If that wasn't dope enough, the referees came out trying to stop him. Brock just comes saying, just goes ham on Ray and his son, just going berserk. And all of this was to send a message to Kofi Kingston this Friday on SmackDown. This segment alone was so good. Like, not only that, but the opening segment was really fantastic. Like, job well done, WWE. And I just love what I've seen so far. The opening, the pyros, the Rey Mysterio, Brock Lesnar, and them. Everything was just so well put together. And the three new commentaries were good. You know, I'll give them that. You know, and I was the funny thing about this on Facebook, right? I was scrolling down the comment section and I see nothing but somebody complaining already about the three new commentators, and I heard somebody say they missed Michael Cole already. Like, get over Michael Cole. At least he's gonna be on SmackDown, which he belongs on SmackDown. I just didn't see him, being the best commentator on Raw. I I mean, to be honest, I would prefer him to be on SmackDown because it was the brand that suited him best, if you know what I'm talking about. So after that segment, we move on to the match between Sasha Banks and um, man, who was Sasha Banks? Oh, Alexa Bliss. So Alexa Bliss um, versus Sasha Banks. I didn't care about this match at all. I just felt like the match was pretty boring. It was dead. The crowd wasn't really into it, like always. But Sasha Banks ends up taking up the win. Um, then Becky Lynch runs down the ramp, attacking Sasha Banks. Uh, then Becky Lynch cuts a promo on Sasha Banks leading up to the Hell in the Cell match this Sunday. You know, the rivalry of these two, I can care less, to be honest, because it's just not that interesting. I'm sorry, but you know what I'm saying? As much as I like Sasha Banks' heel character, this match I just do not care about it because it was I just feel like this match was boring, to be honest. So that's one of the biggest issues I've had, with the women's division. It's just not that, entertaining enough, in my opinion. So feel free to disagree with me. If you like it, more power to you. But me, I'm not feeling it. Um, then the next match that we have is a tag match between having Machinery, Dolph Ziggler, and Bobby Roode. The match was really, really boring from the start, but it managed to pick itself up in the second minute, the second half. Dolph Ziggler and Bobby Roode pretty much picked up the victory. And I forgot this was. Here's the thing: there were a whole lot of tag team championships and world heavyweight championships being defended on this premiere on Raw. I never would have thought that they would go to that route, but they ended up dead. So Dolph Ziggler and Bobby Roode ended up defending their tag titles. Um, what's up, Brandon? I got solid lifting weights. I look like I'm about to. What else happened? Oh, the Miz TV was pretty entertaining, and I love it. The crowd was like spot on. They were really into it. The Miz was probably one of the best parts about this episode. He was entertaining. The crowd was into it. Um, then Ric Flair came out. Hulk Hogan came out along with Hart Smith talking about their six-man tag team elimination match at Saudi Arabia um, on October 20th or the 30th. I don't know. So that match was great. Seth Rollins became the first person to beat Team Hulk Hogan. Um, so I think, Rusev ended up being Team Ric Flair too. No, 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 no. Hold up. Randy Orton comes out being Team Ric Flair. So they were talking trash. They were going to have a match, but the referee, well, before the match even starts, Barry Corbin and who else? It was somebody that oh yeah, I forgot Rusev, Randy Orton. I'm sorry, I got bored for a minute. So Randy Orton. I mean, I thought they were gonna have a tag match, but it didn't. It got canceled due to you know pre-match assault. I guess you could say that. So but the crowd was really into it at the same time. That was probably the best part about this episode of Raw. So so Rusev pretty much challenges Seth Rollins for the Universal Championship title. To be honest with you guys, the Universal title doesn't really mean much to anybody because it's just a fruit. The belt looks like a fruit roll. The belt looks like a fruit roll up. Yeah, yeah, man, he did. But I'm gonna get to him at the end of the video. So, Butthole Boy, aka Ricochet versus Cesaro, had a match. Um, the match was alright, but Butthole Boy ended up winning. So, Firefly Funhouse. Stupidest part about Raw. Skip. Don't care. AJ Styles versus Cedric Alexander. It was a good match. The crowd was into it. Back and forth between two of the greats. I love that. So other matches that were involved, Natalia versus Athens. Skip. That was boring. Very boring. Um, so I don't know what else happened. I just didn't care. So I can tell you the last part that got me interested was the main event. Seth Rollins versus Rusev. The match itself was going good until some distractions um came about. Bobby Lashley, aka Fruitcake, came out, um, tried to distract Rusev. Then Lana comes out. Her and Bobby started flirting, touching and filling up on each other and stuff. Um, Kisses were all over the place. Rusev was looking pissed, looking jealous. Um, got some freaky interracial thing going on. Um, I kind of feel like that part made me think of Attitude Era and Ruthless Aggression Era. I mean, Ruthless Aggression Era. So that segment was entertaining to watch, and I like it. You know what I'm saying? That was entertaining enough. Then, of all people, um, the fan, um, the fan ends up coming out, you know, Mandy McClough and Seth Rollins, and that's probably a better way to end off the premiere of Raw. And my overall thoughts on it, it was pretty interesting. Oh, I did not see who came out of the limo, so I'll probably look it up on YouTube to see who it was. So yeah, this episode of Monday Night Raw was good. Not perfect. It wasn't great by all means, but it was a good start. You know, certain parts that were boring, but everything else was spot on. I love the opening segment. I love the pyro. I love, everything about it. Um, it was really entertaining. So a few things that definitely needed to be improved. I mean, improvements. It's the women's division matches needs to be entertaining and better. That are more good to watch rather than boring. So boring that you so boring to the point where you need to change the channel. So my overall thoughts of this Raw, it was good. If I had to rate this episode premiere of Raw, it would have to be um um it would have to be 4 out of 5. The reason why I'm giving this a positive score 4 out of 5 is because some things that were boring, some things that were cringeworthy, but the beginning, um, but the beginning of Raw was probably my favorite part about it. The crowd was into it. The crowd was just awesome, man. Like in Phoenix, Arizona, man. Shout out to y'all, man. Y'all did a good job for making this episode of Raw great. So I wonder what's gonna happen this Wednesday on All Elite Wrestling when I do my review of it. So yeah, 4 out of 5 for me. Great, well, a good way to start off the premiere of Raw. I'm curious to hear you guys' thoughts on this. Let me know in the comments below. Until then, this is DHR2, and I'll see you tomorrow.